Welcome to Jen's Slice of Paradise. This vlog will take you on our adventures as we travel, try to live with 6 crazy kids and a big old dog, try to enjoy our time as family as the children continue to grow while enjoying our friends and living life with celiac disease, learning what it takes to be gluten-free and still being able to live, love, and laugh, all on a budget. Today is a very dreary, rainy, not as nice as it has been kind of day in Michigan. So it got me thinking about comfort food. And what's a typical comfort food that we used to eat before celiac that, is a lot more difficult now? Grilled cheese and tomato soup. So this morning we went to the grocery store and there are actually plenty of different soups that are gluten-free for tomato. Kind of surprising. Most soups are kind of touchy. You have to be very careful what soups you pick. So let's go to the grocery store quick and see what tomato soups we can find that we can eat. Looking at the different tomato soups, you can notice many different soups contain wheat. Other ones, when you're looking at the ingredients, they do not say they contain wheat, but the containers also do not say gluten-free. If there's multiple options, I always go for the one that actually says gluten-free. For instance, this store brand one actually says gluten-free right here. So that would be a great option compared to the ones that don't. Now let's take a look at this Rouse. It looks like Italian, whole peeled tomatoes, water, basil. Looks like a very good ingredients list. But after a long search online, I cannot find out for certain if it's gluten-free. So I'm gonna move on. If a product doesn't label it gluten-free and I have other options, I will always go with the option that's actually labeled gluten-free. And we look here at Amy's. Again, they have some gluten-free options. Not everything on their brand is gluten-free, but here's a couple. Down here, there's an organic tomato creamy soup in a box. A little bit bigger for maybe you're buying for your family instead of just one person. And then if you come back over here, looking at the condensed soups, of course, they're the least expensive and they contain wheat. Most condensed soups, I believe, contain wheat. Let's look at Campbell's. All right, read the label a little bit. Guess it doesn't say contains wheat, but I also do not see a gluten-free label on it. Yeah, so I think we'll stick with one of the soups down at the other side. You obviously can't have grilled cheese without a good bread. So I'm looking at the different kinds of breads here. Usually I get the frozen, but today I want to try something different. I'm going to go for the light white rice flax loaf. There's me with my bread. I end up coming home with Amy's. Amy's is one of my favorite brands. They're gluten-free on a lot of items. Obviously, you still have to read the label. Not everything of Amy's is gluten-free. I got the chunky tomato bisque. And I also got a loaf of a new bread that I've never had before, but I figured what a great day to try out new. This is light white rice flax loaf. Yes, obviously a long name that probably doesn't sound as appealing as we hoped, but it's wheat-free, gluten-free, and dairy-free. So we're going to give this a shot for our gluten-free grilled cheese and tomato soup lunch. I'm super excited. It's something I have not had in a while, but cold, rainy day in Michigan, it's a great day to try it. Every time I buy gluten-free bread, it always comes in another individually packed container. Gluten helps stabilize it for shelf life. This one is not a frozen pack, so we're gonna open up this and we'll get it buttered. My husband's also cooking a meal in the crock pot, So we have a lot going on in our small little kitchen today. The first step to wonderful gluten-free bread. First, I cut the bread open with scissors. I'm getting 4 pieces because this bread is always just a little bit smaller than your typical piece of bread. So I'm hungry. I'm gonna have 2 sandwiches. And again, I've talked about it in other vlogs, but one of the things, anything like butter, if you wanna have for yourself, I always keep a separate dish, not with everyone else's. I can't do this one-handed, but what happens is someone will butter their bread, then they stick their knife back in the butter and go back to butter again. When you do that with typical bread, it obviously contaminates the butter. That is one of the things that I learned a long time ago. So we always get, when we get new butter, I just go ahead and put it in my separate glass container. And then that way I have butter for whenever I choose. Let me get these buttered and I'll come right back. All right, I have my bread buttered in there, and then I have my top pieces there. In our house, when we do grilled cheese, we like tomato, I like some avocado. We use multiple kinds of cheese to really get that delicious gourmet grilled cheese flavor. Now to open this can of tomato soup, ready to eat. Do not add water. And I go ahead, dump it on in. I am going to take the easy route. My husband will make fun of me for this, but I'm going to pop her here in the microwave. Takes about 4 minutes. I did not stand and watch it the whole time, I promise. But yeah, let's get this all warmed up and get our sandwich finished so we can eat some lunch. And just like that, I have my gluten-free tomato soup and my delicious grilled cheese, tomato, and avocado sandwich. Comfort food made for gluten-free. And I must say, this new bread, pretty darn good. I'll buy this brand again. The soup was amazing. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and push notifications. Is that what you said, Bella?
And turn on the post
And turn on the post notifications. I'm getting training for my children on how to do this. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my gluten-free sandwich as much as I'm about to. Have a great day.